This tutorial will walk you through how to use Destiny to check in textbooks, assign fines for damages, and mark a textbook as lost. So you'll go up to your Grace bookmarks and select Follett Destiny from the drop-down menu. And once you get to this page, please make sure you select Grace Christian Library first, and then you can select Login. And you will sign in with Google and select your Grace email address. And that will take you to the main landing page for Destiny. It should be set to the textbook view automatically, but just double check up here and you can select it from the drop-down menu. Then you'll click on Circulation and select Check in Text to check in the students' textbooks. You may borrow one of the scanners from the library, so you can just scan those barcodes, or you can type the numbers individually, and it's a 8-digit number. So here's an example of how that works. So type in the number, and then you'll see that it automatically has checked the book in. You can keep typing numbers, and it will keep checking books in. You don't have to, you can just keep typing or scanning. If you have a book that is damaged beyond usual wear and tear, maybe the cover has been torn off or the student spilled their coffee on it, anything that is significant damage, please go ahead and create a fine. And there's a button right over here on the right that you can select to create a fine. From the drop-down list, you can select the kind of damage. So, if they damaged it with water or some other liquid, if it's a damaged cover, all of these options, select one of those. If you select just damaged, it doesn't assign a fine amount, but if you select one of these pre-filled options, it'll assign a fine based on the original, the replacement cost, how many times that book has been used, and the type of damage. So it'll automatically assign that amount for you. And then you can type in a note if you would like about the fine or about the damage, and then go ahead and click save. I would just kind of make a mental note of the amount because you need to email the parent and student and just kind of letting them know, hey, this book was damaged and here's the amount of the fine. So go ahead and click save, and then you can continue scanning and returning the rest of your books. If you've already scanned in books and you need to go back and add a fine, you can, again, just scan the book, or you can also click on fines and search for the student's name and select them from a list, and then you can click add fine right here. But you'll need to select textbooks, and you'll also need to enter the barcode, what was the number of the book that was damaged. So you can type that in here, and maybe this is a different book this time. An 8-digit number. It'll list the name of the book. You can select the kind of damage, and it'll do a prorated amount again, and then you can click save. So that's how you enter fines for damages. If you have a book that is lost, so you won't have the barcode and you need to mark a book as lost, you can, once again, search for the patron's name. I'm just going to go back up here. We can click on patron status. You can see all of the books checked out to them. And so if you know that they have this book checked out to them and they have lost it, you can just click lost. And this will automatically assign a fine based on, again, the value of the book, the original replacement cost, but also depreciation, the number of times that book has been used. And click OK, and that'll automatically assign a fine to the student's account. Again, please email students and parents when you assign a fine in Destiny, just that communication that there is a fine that they need to be aware of. If a book is found after the fact and you want to check it in, you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and just copy. So let's see, they check in the text later, but you'd already marked a fine. Destiny will automatically mark that the book has been found and that the fine has been deleted. So if you have marked a book lost and you check it back in, it'll automatically delete the fine. And that is pretty much it. If you have questions about checking in textbooks, assigning fines, handling lost books, damaged books, things like that, you can talk to Marcia in the Upper Campus Library or to Christy in the Lower Campus Library. I hope this is helpful.